Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the second part here of the Keep on the Borderlands, Episode 8, Torchbearer Extravaganza. We're getting ready to leave town now and return back to the adventuring phase. But as we're leaving town, a couple things happen. The first one, you guys all get to refill your water skins and jugs for free. The second thing, everyone gets to rememorize your spells if you have them. Cleric's test Theologian. And then...
So we did that last time at the beginning of the phase. Like this would be the time we would normally do it, but does that hold the one we did before?
No, because clerics technically rememorize.
Oh, okay. So I have to roll again?
Yeah, I mean that's what Luke says on page 94 too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. I thought you just kept them for that, as far as I'm concerned. But clerics test theologian to memorize unless they're in their own unless they are in their hometown, which you are not. Right. Anyways, as you guys are doing that, what would it look like? Ooh, I mean, it's got to be a. I'm just gonna do it because I love John. It's a crow or some sort of like a corvid with a skull. Just like a bone, like a non-feathered, like undead crow bearing a message. Lands for you, Linus.
Oh. That would actually not freak him out all that much. So I think he's like, carry on. Yeah. What?
And it's a message from your friend the Crippler. As you take the message from the crow seems to just like it caws and it goes like poof and like just dissolves into like this green black smoke.
Okay.
Returning to whence it came. In your hands is an old parchment, clearly written in like this sort of like spectrally green ink, and it's written in like a very like all caps, very short, very brief handwriting. Is the tone of
it's a tweet.
Yeah, it's a tweet.
Linus, stop. Yeah.
Right. And it says, "Oh, one more thing I forgot to say. Don't trust the priest in town. They're bad news."
Okay, yeah, that I probably wasn't going to trust him all that much either.
And you read this to us as well?
Yeah, no, I'd tell it to everybody. In kind of like a weird, just like, we probably shouldn't trust the priests. Like, just,
well, we don't really need to trust them, right?
Other than Basil, of course. Basil we can trust.
Yes.
Which actually was my first thought when it arrived. I thought it was like, don't trust the priest, Basil, in town.
No.
But no, I'm pretty sure it's there's no comma there.
No, I think they're probably talking about the curate, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Bryn has no allegiance, but I mean, we did see you being pretty friendly with Sirica, and this is really out of character. Like I don't think Bryn was around for this, but at least from what I remember of the last session, like she seemed, pretty cool to you.
Yeah. No,
but the other priest that we saw with the cloudy blue eyes and the scripture all over, and I mean,
and just to be clear, the message said, "Don't trust the priest," or the priests, plural.
Oh, priest.
Okay, then I think I know which one I would least trust. And it's oddly not the one who is relatively cool with chaos. Yeah, no, okay, that's good information to have.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
All right. I'm going to test memorizing my spell. This is not going to go well.
Whatever does.
Oh.
Yeah. So, what were you requesting? I should have asked you. That before you made
it was the
test.
same one. It was the one with the light and the darkness.
Blessing of Light and Darkness.
Yeah,
Right.
Blessing of Lords of Light and Darkness.
And what did I give you beforehand? The spell.
What's that?
What was the spell that I gave you instead? Because I think I gave you a different spell.
Oh, did you? That's the spell I have.
Well, you have all the spells as
Yeah.
but yeah, you have to see
I
whether
don't think you did give me a different spell because that's the one I have written down.
I think you gave a twist instead.
Oh.
That that the ground turned black and things were bad.
Oh, right.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. No, I forgot about that.
That's what it was.
Yeah, no, okay. Well, you're gonna, so I think you're gonna get the spell, but I think unbeknownst to the rest of your party members, dude, I think that symbol is getting eradicated off you, right?
Oh.
But it's fighting you as you pray here.
All right.
It, like, as you're leaving, like, everyone looks all fine and fresh and dandy. You do not. You are sick.
Oh.
Yikes.
As you pray to the gods again, it feels like a heart attack, right? Like it's like there's there is a fire in your veins. And you look at your scar, and your scar is like your body is trying to heal, and like it just is like leaving this black thing on you. You know, your body's doing whatever, and those immortal lords are doing whatever they can to remove this from you, but it's very tenacious, and it's left you sick.
Well,
But
that's good.
You got the spell
I'm
you
looking
wanted, though.
forward to that. Yeah.
You got the spell.
Yay.
You got a doozy of a condition, but
I know. I was thinking about just making you angry, but I feel like I feel like the circumstances.
I feel like that's what you talked about before. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was fighting you.
Exactly.
But you raise a good point, Eric. I think some of us are fresh.
Yeah, I think I get to go to fresh.
Yeah.
No.
Fresh,
Oh.
so fresh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as we were leaving, I do not get that. Instead, I return to my starting nature.
Yeah. That was unclear the first time I played Torchbearer, was that your nature had to be full too.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I checked this last time, but correct me if I'm wrong. If your nature isn't full, it goes up by 1.
It does.
Yep.
Yeah.
It does. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
That's where I'm at.
Cool. Good job, everybody. Okay, so the grind's back into effect. What's the plan? You guys are leaving.
Yeah, did we get word out around to people, because we wanted to tell everyone that we were delivering a bunch of goods right past the old bugbear meeting.
Yeah. Let's worry about that when it comes time to test for the ambush. Right.
Yeah. So we're making lots of noise, moving slowly down the road, easy to track.
There is one more procedural thing we need to do. I think every time you leave town, I could be wrong. We might need to pick a new leader, or do we only pick a leader per adventure? Basil our leader for.
Ooh, that's a very good question.
Yeah.
I'm fine with Basil being our leader. I'm not, but I don't know if procedurally we're supposed to pick a leader.
Probably you're supposed to pick a leader. I would say, sure.
Yeah, when you're setting out, the character who drums up a lead, find the map, hear from the contacts, or even know to remove a pesky, or even need to know where to remove a pesky curse. Wow, hey, you've read our mind, Luke.
All right, what's the plan? Is Basil staying your leader?
I'm willing to surrender it to Bryn. I think Bryn has shown some leadership capabilities here.
I mean, you were actually kind of presented to the bugbears. More than the rest of us. So maybe if you lead us on this bugbear kind of adventure, makes sense. I don't know exactly what what that entails, though. How much?
Yeah, I mean, the leader is an informal
choice.
role. They
Right.
make choices when we're in a moment of indecision. when we're all kind of like, well, should we do this? Should we do that? The leader says, we're going to do this.
And I think that you do have, I mean, everyone's pretty on board with your, not every, try to talk to beasts that attack us, and everyone's pretty been following your lead.
I'm cool with that. I'm also cool with, in an odd twist of fate, like we've just been given this missive, or Linus just given this missive, and if we're to follow that and that turns into anything, I'd also be fine with Linus like leading us on Mary, who knows what. It's not the predictable choice, but like I don't know, Sage, how you're feeling about.
I'm not super loving that at the moment. I'm actually kind of looking forward to our current direction, and I also think that like Linus has this information, but turning the town into the adventure, like we're a little early on to be storming back to town trying to figure out like.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll take it.
So I have an instinct for when we leave town here,
right?
Which is that I read the weather so I know when it's the best time for us to leave, which is drawn straight from the survivalist description in the book there.
Yeah.
So what is my ob on reading this wonderful weather? Tell me about the weather. So I step outside the gates and try and forget this horrible night that I've had.
Throw some dirt in the wind.
It's been scattered. It's been scattered storms since you've been in town. Typically seems to rain in the morning and then get better. Right now there's probably just muggy. Let me see what your factors are to determine it. Does it behave like Weather Watcher in Mouse Guard? Do you know?
Yep. Yeah, it's on very top of page 143. Weather watching.
So then you're competing against spring.
No, the factors are slightly different.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, cool. All right. Yep. So then that's fine. So it's only going to be an ob 1 for you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, 2. It starts at 2. It starts at 2.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wrong window. Okay, here we go. Oh, nope, those are helping traits. I got nothing. None of those.
Yep.
There we go.
You got it.
Well, it's a tie.
No,
it's not a versus test.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So the question is, do we want to check? Because I can use my foolhardy.
It's too late to do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's when you're up against somebody.
Yeah.
No,
right at the time.
Not quite. You could use that. It's just before you roll. It factors into the pool.
Right.
No, there's also you can break ties in the other person's favor.
Right.
That's what I was thinking.
But yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But it's not a versus, so right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, instead you're too good at reading the weather. And
too damn good.
You know that the rest of this storm has subdued, and you should be looking for good weather for your trip out to the caves.
Great. I'll remind you that my instinct just happens to be always be vigilant for thieves, which is very handy when we're trying to ambush a bunch of thieves.
Nice. Well,
right.
Well planned. Yeah. Who would have thought? So I think we're carrying, assuming they would provide it for us, I think we have a little litter with a chest on it, and Bryn is happy to carry.
Me as well.
Yeah.
I think I can just put the stuff I'm holding in my backpack. Yeah.
Okay.
And so I lied about that. I'm not happy to hold it because I've got my hands carrying my crossbow.
No. What I'll do is I'll put the tinder box. Can we put some stuff in this chest? Like I'll put the tinder box and the torch and my mirror in the chest.
That can't go wrong. There's no way that's going to go wrong.
Yeah, but it's just one torch, one mirror, one tinder box.
All right. Nice.
So we need. Well, we
do need another person to carry it. I'm sorry.
Yeah. How do shields get thrown around with things? I mean, I can carry it if I can put my lantern and shield in there.
I
sounds
really
good.
just like the idea of us. Well, I guess you have a mace still. I was like,
Yeah.
I just like the idea of us like
Completely
putting
disarming.
our weapons inside the chest.
Uh,
Well, and now there's some stuff in there jangling around. It looks a little heavier.
Right. It's more believable as the chest full of goods.
You're gonna kill us all. Open it up and be like, "Why are they carrying this crap in here?"
Really, one torch? Cool. And our plan is, now that we've made noise about doing this, is that we're going to try and be conspicuous on our way out. Talk about the goods we're carrying, and lead
Talk about how hungover we are.
lead the fox with feathers into the meeting point of the bugbears.
Okay.
We'll see how that goes.
What would be a conspicuous? I'm trying to figure out how to interpret that challenge, because I mean that sounds great. Yeah, and I guess
Manipulator?
yeah, I mean, we're kind of manipulating.
yeah.
I mean, we're doing it. We're not talking.
Or
to them.
order, because you're trying to convince a crowd to come rob you.
Ooh. Hey, I actually have that.
Yes.
I could totally orate my way through this. Actually, yeah, I in addition to the fact that I have it, think that actually makes a fair amount of sense. Because that's basically what we're trying to do. Like, it's the task isn't as much about like manipulating a single person as basically being convincing a crowd to do something.
Well, just disseminating information widely.
Yeah, I actually think that might be the best fit there.
Cool.
Okay. So
It doesn't sound like a skill where lots of people could help with different, like,
So-
with fighter probably doesn't use. I fight anyone who doesn't listen.
It can usually help order with manipulator if you have it.
I have manipulators.
Nope.
0.
here's the thing: orders are versus tests always. And would it be fair for me to be against Scout? Like order versus Scout?
If he's giving out enough information for them to scout it.
Yeah, to realize
no,
they're trying to
if
see
they-
it's a trap or not.
Survivalist.
I
Hunter?
actually think that
I mean, it says you use order against orator, but it isn't competing people trying to get. You're competing in oration.
Yeah, you're not trying to convince. Two people are trying to convince the same crowd.
Criminal.
It might be.
Criminal, because they're doing criminal activities, right? And they're trying to get data to do a crime. It's all about crime, as far as I can
No!
tell.
Oh no! It's peasant! It's peasant!
It's
You're
always
griping.
peasant.
You're griping, and it's like you want to be robbed. So you have to
Nice.
successfully do
You
a
have to
peasant to be
complain.
robbed. Yeah, you're
Nice.
complaining enough to be robbed,
Oh my god! The first time complaining gets used.
right?
wow.
What about that
Yeah.
way?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean that way it gives us a fixed ob, which makes a little more sense, honestly. Than
Yeah.
Versus.
Yeah,
But
successfully griping enough that bandits hear you and decide to take you out.
Yeah.
anybody who's gonna roll that?
Well-
Bryn is a trained peasant. She.
Oh, go for it. Yeah.
Yeah, I am not a trained peasant.
think I'm
Trained
a
peasant.
I will definitely
Damn.
help with bandit wise though.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not. I apologize. I'm not a trained peasant. I'm a trained steward. I
Oh,
thought I had peasant.
why is it that a steward can't gripe? I would think
A steward manages people like gripes.
Oh, right. Yeah. One
I mean,
other.
it doesn't matter. We can't try this beginner's luck.
Yeah,
You know,
I was
why-
going to say,
we
like,
can all help you.
I've never been a peasant before, but there's always a first time.
as a human, boasting about how much money we have
Oh, that makes total sense.
might fit in the nature, right?
Yeah.
Or demanding that we be robbed.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a little bit more of a stretch.
It's
No,
I think boasting makes a lot.
Boasting would be like, we're the best. We can, carry so much money because no one would ever rob us because we're so awesome. We'll tell you exactly where we're going because we're not even worried about it.
pretty
Right,
much.
and that's the exact idea of nature is that if there would be a skill that applies, but you don't have that skill, and your nature applies, you can roll nature instead. So, yeah. So I think I love it. I think it's peasant, and if someone wants to roll, they're boasting in place of it. If that sounds right to you, Eric.
Yeah, no, sounds right to me.
Cool.
I just recovered my nature to 4. I can do that as one of our 2
Right.
humans.
Yeah, right. Humans got to do it.
And I'll help with my bandit wise.
Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense. Because my wises aren't going to help a whole lot here. Okay, what am I testing? Boasting. I mean, it's nature, but let's put boasting in the box there. My rating is 4. I'm getting 1 dice of help. I don't think I actually benefit from my traits. No, those aren't really good fit. I don't think I have supplies that make me more boast. I do have a skin of wine, actually. That is a tool for boasting, I'd say. But
For complaining.
You would have to consume it. Yeah.
yeah, no, I'm not doing that. And we're boasting, not complaining. Importantly, like I'm being very human and talking about look at all my great stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Normally you can help. Normally you can help peasant, which is the skill you're replacing with laborer. I'm happy to be shouldering one of these things and be like, oh, it's so heavy. But I don't know. That might be.
That actually seems to make a lot of sense to me.
Talk about the weight.
Yeah. Are you one of the ones holding the chest?
Well, if I'm doing that, someone's got to hold my crossbow. Just saying. If we.
I would only allow you to help labor if you're physically hauling this chest.
Exactly. That's. I'm happy to do it.
And I need 2 hands free for that, right?
Yeah.
Effectively 2 people can help with laborer because you're both hauling the chest.
Yeah.
Someone else will have to think of something different.
The problem being that I have a small sack.
I can take your small sack.
With
I'm
a flask
12
of
years old.
I did hear it as soon as I said it. Okay, so
I can take your small sack with a flask of oil.
okay,
If you want.
yeah. So
I will be taking the flask and putting it in my belt pouch, and I will be putting the sack in my backpack. But I will nevertheless.
Okay, and then I currently have a single torch still in my hand. Actually, no, I'm pretty sure we used that at one point. Because yeah, that was in my hand instead of a weapon, so I'm pretty sure that's gone by now. Okay, yeah. Take my flask of oil and my sack, and then I am free to carry your crossbow.
Cool. And I'm sure this is going to go wonderfully. I'm very excited about this plan. Yeah, and so then Bren is feels good about it. There's a shield and some stuff in there. It's got some weight.
Yeah.
I'm even gonna grab some rocks when we leave and put them in there too, so it actually has some good weight to it. So it seems earnest. And so that's how I'm helping with labor is make the chest not just super, not obviously empty, but as well as carrying it, right?
I need to figure out where I left that dice rolling window. There it is. Okay, cool. 1 more dice to help. Awesome. Anything else? What ob am I going for?
So I think this might be if this is a versus test, you'll be going against the wouldn't be nature. Will, I guess, of the group.
Okay.
I'm talking out loud because I'm trying to help.
Yeah, mechanically speaking, you are you've been given a peasant task, and you've said I don't have peasant, but instead I'm going to use my boasting nature to I'm
Oh,
using
and
my
use
ability
nature instead. Okay.
to use it instead. So even though you are changing the shape of
3.
the fiction, it's still using the peasant factors, I think.
No, I'm gonna be an evil GM. I'm gonna say it's 4 because of the factors of you guys aren't necessarily good at doing this, or like it just seemed this is a pretty convoluted thing, and you're trying to bait bandits who do this.
Yeah.
Is why I think it's a factor.
Okay, 4.
We got it. Oh, we don't.
Nailed it.
There is nothing there. Yeah. So let me double check this. I do have Fate and Persona, but my book wise isn't going to be a whole lot of help here. So,
So I always forget all the different ways that wises work. Can I
No.
adjust that? I can't. I just can't. All right.
it for me to spend Fate and Persona, it has to be through my wises. Unfortunately,
Right.
I only have one. It's book wise. I really wish I had another wise.
I could teach you bandit wise.
Oh, that would have been so useful here. Could have poured a bunch of Fate and Persona in. So yeah, I think we probably just have to take the failure.
Yep. It's all good.
Okay. So you guys probably get to the spot waiting for the bugbears pretty early, right? Because you're setting up this ambush, and you're setting up where you're supposed to meet them, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys are waiting. Hours go by. Then you hear some rustling, like fast rustling through the woods. It's a horse. You can't see who's on the saddle yet, but you just you hear the hooves and the panting, right? And as it gets closer and
Clearly
closer,
like one horse though.
yeah,
Can I
just
tell?
one, yeah, and it's getting closer. And then it jumps over the little shrubs near you. Half it still has a saddle, but there's only half of a person on that saddle. The rest of it is not there, and it's just blood, and it's just freaking out. And there's just this trail of blood leading up this way. But based on the greaves and things like that, it looks like it's ex-military.
Can I try to jump up and
Not sorry, I want to be very clear. Not Blue Lions, but the bandit military people I was talking about earlier. Remember the camp how I described them 2 weeks ago as they were ex-military? Yeah, those were the Fox with Feathers. They're like a disbanded group, right? Yeah.
So this looks like somebody who might be from the Fox with Feathers.
Yes. I mean, based on their legs.
And
and
their steed.
Yeah, and their steed is clearly a freaked out warhorse.
Okay,
or,
I want to
trained.
I wouldn't have done.
Right? It's got blinders. It's got a little bit of the leather armor barding on it. It's clearly not to be trifled with, and it just bolts right by you. It doesn't even see you. It just doesn't care.
If I wouldn't have failed this test, I would almost have thought that we succeeded, because this sounds like maybe bugbears are killing them. But yeah,
Maybe something scarier than bugbears.
Yeah.
It sounds like the horse is gone as soon as it's here, Eric.
Yeah, like I told you, it was basically sprinting through the woods back the way you came, and the way that you were waiting for them. Expecting.
Usually, if a horse is panicking, the elves will simply sing a calming tune to bring it back to its senses. Do you think I could try that before it gets out of earshot?
Yeah. Do you want to?
I mean, it's one of my nature descriptors is singing.
Yeah.
So if I could, I don't know, I don't have rider or anything.
Well, it would be a rider to calm a horse.
But can I do it with my nature then? Since if I use singing to do it?
Yeah, totally. This is okay, and I'm telling you, this is a difficult test.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. yeah, so I say to the group, I think I can calm the horse, but be careful. I'll have to sing loudly, and I start like belting out this fairly high pitched tune, so that it'll go far enough so
Yeah.
the horse will hear it.
Okay. I think it's gonna. Okay.
The song is largely about oats, which will normally calm the horse.
A song about oats. I like it.
So it's 4 for the nature.
So the obstacle is 5.
And do I have anything that would help me with a horse? I don't have any carrots.
Yeah.
Have any.
If you want to double down on your nature, you could spend a persona to tap your nature as well and roll your nature twice effectively.
Oh, okay. Let's see how well I how
Yeah.
well I kill it. You said 5?
Mhm. Yeah, for
Oh, wait,
purposes,
that's
it's
not help.
for temperament wise, it's completely skittish, and you're trying
Right.
to command it in the worst possible.
Let's see.
I'm
just
sorry,
How true.
I misspoke. It should be. I'm sorry. It should be 6. I miscounted because I don't know how to math.
That's fine. That's fine. Let's see. I mean, I'll have to be perfectly on key. So that's 2. That's a third of the way there.
No
No 6s. So I can spend one. I do have some personas, so I'll definitely spend one of those.
Yeah,
does that
but
tap
do
my
what?
nature now?
No, you were supposed to tap your nature before you commit to the roll.
right.
Well, I thought that was the original. I thought that's how I did the roll in the first place, by tapping it.
Oh
no,
no.
you just use your nature in place of writer.
Yeah.
You can do that no matter what, but if you spend a
Oh.
persona, you can add your nature to something.
Yeah, so you're basically adding your nature to your natured roll. Does that make sense?
It was confusing.
I know,
You
yeah.
know what though? I do get 1 extra die for being fresh. Right?
Yeah.
You do.
So okay.
So-
I'm gonna be generous here and let you, because you did verbally say that you wanted to double tap your nature, or like
Yeah.
with Sean
Yeah, I was
said,
mean
and
to.
you said yes, and like you did say that, and there's fresh. So I'll let you roll those dice in conjunction. The dice that you rolled here stay. You just get to add the extra dice now.
So then I'm going to roll 5 with my freshness.
Mhm.
5d6. 1, 2.
2, 4. So you're at 4, but you did get a 6.
Okay, so I can fate that bad boy. Come on, this is just going to have to be the best rolls ever. D6 exploding. Come on, 2 more. Nope.
Okay. Yeah, so I think we have this moment of
And is that a failed nature then?
Mm-hmm.
it is a failed nature, but it is within your nature, so you just lose by the margin of failure here, which was 2.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
jump up from the bushes and start yelling after this horse.
Melodically slow down.
Yeah. No. Okay. So you try to sing this melody of the song as fast as you can at this horse that's just galloping at full speed. You have to dive out of the way at the last second as it just continues to bolt like a light, just this lightning bolt away from here. Overhead, you hear more rippling through the trees, only this time you look up and there's a boulder getting hurled through the air about the size of maybe twice as the size of a wagon wheel in diameter. Boulder just hurled in the air. It's obviously was in the direction of the horse, right? And then you just hear a loud roar that could just, by no unequivocation, be Oog. Very mad.
Oh my goodness.
Excellent.
And you
Very
hear,
good.
I'll get you. And yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna like ready my bow into my hands.
I am handing Bryn her crossbow.
So
Yeah, I'd like my shield. Thank you.
I'm dropping
Yeah.
this litter.
oh
Yeah.
I have a
suspicion drops that the bugbears will not be joining you this evening.
I have a quick
I'm
question.
not sure anybody will be joining us this evening.
Yeah.
What's up?
I think I've done all 4 of the things that you can do with the wise. Does that grant me some sort of superpower?
It does. let me tell you what it does for you.
Okay, good. 'Cause
However,
I'm kind of confused on it.
However, I'm pretty sure you can't do any of them because you're sick.
Got it.
No, wait, no, you can do one. I think you can change your wise, but you cannot actually take. No, I guess you. No, I'm sorry, I lied. You can. Here's what happens.
Okay.
You just can't advance if you meet the criteria. So here's the 2 things that happen with a wise when you hit those 4 things. The first thing is that yippee, keep that wise, clear out all of the things, and then mark a free advancement to a test that you used that was applicable to that wise. That's the first option. But because you're sick, you couldn't actually. You mark the advancement, but your skill wouldn't actually go up. Right.
Okay.
Like if it qualifies, so pass or fail, right?
So I would pick something where it wouldn't act, where it's not critical, but I'd like to do
pick something,
progress.
and then once you're not sick, it will go up.
Yeah,
exactly.
okay.
Thank you, Sean. And the second thing you can do is replace that wise with a new one.
Okay. And do I pick one that I have, or
Yeah, you're changing out the wise that you have achieved the 4 things for with the new one.
no? I like bandit wise, so I'm keeping that. But the advancement thing, I pick one of the skills that I have, or do I start it? Can I start a new one?
It could be a new one, but it has to be in service of your
Right.
your wise.
Right.
Well, these bandits ride horses. I wouldn't mind grabbing rider or criminal. Okay, well, I'm going to take criminal. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. So,
But nothing happens till I'm done sick.
no, like you mark the like, hey, I attempted this skill.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. You still have to do it your nature and times before you.
Right.
It's not gonna.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Sorry, I feel like I was like dropping
No,
the
that's
hammer
good.
on you, saying that you can't advance, and I mean is that your skills can't get promoted. Like
Right.
like the attempts and everything still racks up.
Never mind. I'm throwing it in theologian because that's. Oh no! It's got to be a bandit related thing.
Bandits have gods
Priests?
too.
Yeah, I mean,
All
those
right.
bandits worship the same gods as you.
True.
So-
True.
Or they did until Oog ate them and.
Yeah, I mean now they're with their gods, I guess.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
All right. Good. Sorry. I thought I could do something here at this moment to help us all with Ook, but I cannot.
No problem.
No. And is it clear that Oog has seen us, or is Oog Chuck? No.
No, he has not seen you. But clearly he is out away from the caves and is really mad and on like just a rampage right now.
So it's a really bad idea, but I do have thread of friendship.
Yes.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
It wouldn't last very long. It probably wouldn't even succeed. Yeah.
Right.
But I mean, if it worked, could we like just get like a nice,
so
jump on him?
I mean, if it worked, we have an ogre that we can do stuff with.
So basically, we would have Oog as a friend for at least one phase. After that, it may fall apart. In fact, like if we manage to succeed once, it's almost certainly falling apart the next time he rolls.
A phase of 4.
No. A phase is adventure phase, camp phase.
Right.
adventure
Okay.
phase, town phase. So as long as we continue adventuring,
Wait, so we couldn't bring him back to town?
well, we could.
Well, I
if
mean,
it lasted
could.
longer.
That'll be so fun.
I don't
Be
know.
like, here's our
Go well.
good buddy. He wants to stay at the nicest inn you have.
So I mean, realistically, he's probably at least one above us on Order of Might, so that's -1 success for me.
Yeah.
And I'm rolling against his will, which
It's his nature.
yeah, it's his nature. Good point. I was about to say, I was trying to think of like how willful he'd be, and maybe it wasn't that much, but his nature is probably pretty good.
Nature's probably good.
And that's, just my arcanist plus, maybe I tap nature or something in there, but I don't know that I'm going to beat him on that.
I might be able to help with Arcanist.
Yeah.
But the other thing we could do is you could just bust out the like Eldritch darts. I get out the bow, we got out the crossbow, and we just start long range peppering, right?
I think that if we want to try with this spell, I think that we do the spell and then we basically run away if it doesn't work.
Yeah, I agree. I think if Linus says, I think I can make him a friend, and you're gonna do, obviously talking about doing with some magical enchantment, Brandon's definitely a favor of that, because fighting an ogre seems like a terrible plan.
Yeah, no. So I'm like, well, if you won't destroy the spell, that's fine with me as well. It's just I think we could take him.
I don't want to I probably have more faith in us actually succeeding in casting the spell than I do in us
killing an ogre.
Kill him. Yeah.
I definitely don't want to try and kill an ogre.
I mean, I think so. I mean, the upside is right now, as it stands, we're not in a conflict, so we can try to just like run away now, and hopefully it doesn't become a conflict, which is probably the safest thing by quite a bit. If we want to do something, I think trying the spell is probably the most likely.
Right.
Thing.
Yeah, I feel like if you're sort of in a position where you feel like you've got lots of resources to muster to toss at it, we could try it. But I'm also fine with just saying let's run away.
I mean, I'm pretty fine throwing a ton of resources in here, because spending some things gets me closer to leveling up the next time we're in town. In fact, all I need to do is spend one more fate, and next time we're in town I can level up again. So like I'm actually
I think if you're thinking of doing it, you do it, right? Like that's you wanna
like it's high risk, high reward.
I want to see some magic.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try it.
Oog's a little ways away, but he's not making himself like hidden or anything like that. You hear like this constant like rage, like he's tantruming right now.
Yeah,
right?
Maybe we should try and figure out what he's on about.
I mean, I think we
you hear him
closer.
He's cursing in Goblin about his missing money, right?
Right. Okay. So it is us. I was like, maybe he's mad at somebody else. Who knows?
So I do need to be close enough to see his expression. So like we have to get closer to him before I can do this.
Yeah. You're like, maybe it's someone else, and like half a horse flies over you.
I've got faith in you, Linus. If there's anyone who can calm him down.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm playing
him out. It's you.
Sneaking up on him, scout or survivalist? Like if I want to, like I'm not trying to get super close to him, but I need to get close enough to see his expression. Hopefully,
you're actually in a position to do that.
Awesome!
Because he's so focused on. Because let me describe the scene as you get close, and you'll see why. If anything, the waft of death is heavy in the air as about 20 guardsmen lay dead in front of you, in varying states. This was obviously an encampment. There is some sort of like strange equipment here too, like some sort of like alchemy kind of things around, like a big old drum, like a tin drum was out here too. And you're kind of in a glade, and you just see him right now, Oog, currently just grabbing a horse and just beating it back and forth like on the ground. It's making thump, 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 and it's just viscera. And it's so angry. He's like flipping. You've seen like all of the trunks and everything of clothes and armor has just been opened and spilled about everywhere. Everything is just gore covered. And you just see him just currently just going through the rest of the supplies, boxes of grain and things like that. Just he's like opening them up, just grabbing his hands, going through like that. It was like his bloodied hands and the grains of mist of blood is just flying around. He's like looking, like, where is it? You know, he's like just absolutely,
stuff.
yeah. He's just looking for his money.
Yeah. Okay.
And we don't even have it anymore.
I know.
Yeah, we've been that. And we are fairly sure that these are the fox with feathers. Like,
Oh yeah, you can tell by the banners
Okay.
up here, right? There's like a beige banner with like an orange fox with and it's just like blood on it.
okay, cool.
And it's a bunch of spears in the ground, and yeah. it's
So Linus starts getting ready to cast the spell.
Yeah, I'll start helping.
Thread of friendship. Okay, so
there's a verbal component basically to this spell there, right?
I believe there is to basically everything. So like,
Okay.
we're taking a risk here
Yeah.
in that if he gets distracted by like if he could in principle hear us.
Sure. Yeah, no, we're definitely. I think that's
Okay.
the risk.
I think it's a requirement of thread of friendship is to be able to see their expression and see them that by consequently have to see you, right? Because it's your friend.
I mean, not in. It doesn't actually say that they have to see me.
Okay.
It sure sounds like if I was sufficiently hidden. An Arcanist may cast the
Right.
spell at range. He just needs to be close enough to see the victim's expression.
Okay.
It doesn't actually say anything about.
All right then. Yeah, I believe it. Okay. So it goes.
It doesn't say either way practically. So
Yeah.
okay, so I've got 4.
Victim's a bit harsh. Recipient is a little nicer. Like, well, can't we soften the language?
Okay, let me
I
put
don't
my
know.
bookmark on this page so I can get back to it.
I don't know. I don't know about that,
The-
Virgil. I feel like
The
if you're using,
target.
you're using thread of friendship, it's probably not consensual.
Right.
Yeah, I
So
mean this
it's
is a real creepy thing.
pretty.
dude.
It's pretty
Um,
funny because it says right here: a magician might 3, casting a spell on an ogre might 5, but suffer -2 successes on his arcanist roll. A stiff penalty. It's right
Yeah.
Luke.
there.
I'll
It's
probably-
right
He's like this won't happen too often. No spoilers or whatever.
Wow, that is hilarious. I was like, I don't know if there might 4, maybe might, hopefully not higher. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just kind of wondering, like, oh, okay, what level of might this be? And then I was reading the spell's description. I was like, oh, okay. So let's see. I can add my nature to a test by spending a persona. So I'm going to do that. Let me check that off. 1 fewer persona currently, 1 more spent.
I have an idea for supplies for this spell. I don't know if it would count or not, but what he's
Okay.
looking for is money, and I think we still have some coin on us. One of us, whoever has coin, could throw a bag of coin at his feet to temporarily mollify him. I'm not sure if I imagine that would be coin he would pocket. It would be supplies that we used up, but I don't know if you'd consider
I'll
that a
do it.
supply die. Cool.
What? Yeah, GM.
Okay, so I have a dice of supplies now. Thank you.
Yeah. Throw that.
I can go ahead and so my wise isn't going to be helpful here, so I might as well spend persona up front because my book wise it's so fishing for it. So I'm going to go ahead and blow 2 more persona for 2 more dice because I feel like if this turns out really well, it'll be huge. And there's really nothing else for me to do on this roll with persona. So that's 2 more persona for 2 more dice.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
I think Cadence was
Fate-
giving you
It'll be ooge.
yep. Ooh.
Oh,
Okay. And then how is Cadence helping?
Again, I'm like doing these soft tones on my on my lute
calm the beast.
to
And then, oh hell, I might as well pile it on. So
Just imagine you playing Queen. You're
yeah.
my best friend.
Oh man,
um,
I was rocking out earlier today.
I'm definitely using thoughtful because Linus is not rushing into casting this at all. He's like very meticulously like it describes it as like plucking the threads of fate, and he's very meticulously plucking them like in the exact right way and kind of like surgically doing that.
Yeah.
Right,
and-
I'm in like tune with the spell, so I'm like plucking my strings along with
conjunction.
him.
Nice. And then I'm going to go ahead and use my other trait, Wizard Sight.
You can only use one trait.
Oh, thank you.
Mhm.
Okay.
You
So-
could use the other trait if I don't remember. No,
You can use the other trait to break a tie in the opponent's favor.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to use it against.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I think I have all my dice. The good news is here, it's a lot of dice. The bad news is it's going to be a versus roll, so I'm not going to put in a knob.
Yes.
Or sorry,
I-
wait.
It's
Yeah.
against my nature, I presume, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a versus against their nature, and I'm going to be down by at least one success penalty. I'm pretty sure because he's at least one higher on Order of Might, possibly more than that. Wow.
Okay.
That's
7 successes.
amazing.
And
And, some six.
I can open end that.
Yeah.
And-
I got 6.
You know what? I'm open ending that. I've
Yeah.
got Fate to blow. So, and that makes me eligible to level up. So, of course, I'm open ending that. 2d6 open ended.
Oh, rushing.
You should /R 2d6 exclamation point.
I
Yeah,
was
got it,
I was
got
working
it.
towards that. Okay. So 2 more successes.
Nice.
Okay.
9
So
over
you're-
6.
So,
Not
so
bad.
that's important because remember, I'm at minus probably 2 successes. Eric,
Yeah.
I don't,
Yeah, that's
Okay.
right.
Yeah. So that's
so-
7v6.
it brings us back to 7v6. Yeah, we just cast Thread of Friendship on Oog the Ogre.
Just barely by a thread as well.
Right. And so I think the tenuous moment. How about say Jay, you describe it. You describe the tenuous moment. Like, what does this look like? What does success look like here when your spell is cast?
I think, oh yeah, Linus is all about friendship. So I think the tenuous moment is like the spell's falling apart. And actually, this makes me feel a little better casting it too. The tenuous moment is that the spell's not quite working because it's like magical compulsion on this really powerful creature. But the thing that pushes it over is that Linus really, he doesn't exactly want to be friends with him, but he doesn't have anything against him either. Like there's some little bit of like genuine emotion there that just pushes it over into actually working. And that actually, as me as a player, makes me feel slightly less bad about like totally mentally dominating somebody. At least I'm not doing it just to be manipulative. Yeah, it's still awful though. Mind control.
Yeah.
But yeah. So there we go. That's how it works.
Yeah. Oh, it's so happy to see you and some of its coin.
Yeah, I bet it's equal. It was really angry about that coin.
Yeah. It like sniffs the bag like, oh, I missed ye. Oh. And he clutches it tightly to his chest.
Okay, so we call out Bryn has to do all the talking, right?
I'm happy to translate. Yeah, I think
Yeah, so
we heard it say a few things in common before, but
Yeah,
it's maybe
it's-
just saying its name.
Very broken.
Yeah.
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 I'll do like a just point at me and say cadence, and then I'll play the accompanying notes that go
Nice.
with
And this is how you sing it.
cadence.
Now you try. Nice. Yeah.
Okay.
Bryn stares
So-
in amazement. She said, "Yeah, go for it, Linus." Like she wanted Linus to feel confident, but then when he actually does it, she's like, "Oh my god, I never thought that's gonna work." That she's just, whew. Wow.
Yeah.
And she looks.
I love like the meek Linus wizard like standing, right in front of the giant ogre
Yeah.
who's probably covered in blood, right? I mean,
Oh yeah.
Oh gosh. Yeah. He's a and yeah, I look at Linus like, wow, you are more powerful than any of us thought.
Yeah, and I think Linus looks a little surprised at that too. Like I didn't think that would work.
The crippler spell.
Yeah. So yeah, he's gonna be our friend for the next adventure phase.
Yeah.
We probably need to think about what to do with that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, technically now he's our ally, so we have taken care of the bandits, right?
Yep.
Yeah, the question is, how are the bugbears going to feel about like us and him? I wonder. And
I mean, honestly, with him on our side,
dude, if we can get like Bugroll and Oog and these bugbears and all of us, we have like all the races like in a giant band of brothers.
Voltron, yeah.
Yeah, we were like
And
yes,
that's how unworthy meat became.
Yeah. I think we should be, I think we should look around and see what's. So it sounds like he killed all of the.
Yeah, I guess we could just.
Oh yeah,
grab,
I mean, there was no survivors in this glade. Period. You don't know. You don't know if some people ran away, right? You don't know, unless you want to like go look for tracks.
So
things.
kind of grimly, I'm going to look for I'm going to take their banner, that's all blood splattered.
Yeah.
And I'm going to cut it down and roll it up and stick it in my backpack, as proof, right?
Yeah.
Like that, that we did it.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, that's fine. It's probably like pack one. It's probably the size of a large sack, right?
Cool.
Obviously, you can't hold anything, but it's the size of a large sack.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of chests laying around.
Yeah, I bet though that this is probably all stuff from the townspeople, right? Like,
yeah,
robbed goods from merchants.
Yeah.
Well, it is.
I wonder if they have.
We do have a chest ourselves and a litter.
I wonder if it's like a bunch of Jaroslav's stuff.
It's not Jaroslav stuff. But okay, so if you want to like look around the camp, right? It's definitely that. So this camp wasn't necessarily just a camp for robbing and stealing things. There was some sort of weird alchemical distillation stuff going here too. Like just based on
moonshine.
Yeah, like it looks. Yeah, only I think it's pretty apparent that it's a little bit. I mean, there was a lot of glassware.
Well, I'm pretty scholarly guy.
There's a
I've
few
studied
weird raw materials here too.
I know an alembic from a calcinator.
Okay.
You want to figure out.
So I start poking around. Yeah.
And I'm definitely going to help because I have actually no. I'm going to help with my Bookwise because if you fail, then I will have done all the things on my Bookwise.
Nice.
And so instead of even like using, because I'm also an alchemist, I'm mostly just like reciting book facts in kind of an annoying way. You're like, oh yes, I know a lembic from a calcinator. I'm like, you know that the origin of that term, but like there's something useful.
Like actually, if the size of the calcinator exceeds, then it becomes a.
And I think I'm going to help with shrewd appraisal wise. I'm going to be like junk useful, junk useful, keep it broken.
Hey. Real quick, I want to interrupt and say thank you to all my McLocan dude. Thanks for bringing everyone over here. All of you, we're playing Torchbearer, Keep on the Borderlands, which is basically old school Darkest Dungeon style play, and we just befriended an ogre through a magic spell, and there's a big, huge, bloody mess of bandits that the ogre has killed, and they're kind of going over all of the weird supplies out here right now. So hope you stick around and enjoy the show.
Yeah.
All right.
It's good times up in here.
Yep. So yeah,
right.
Helping with Bookwise. No, that's cool. Bookwise.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
2 helping dice skins.
Yep.
Muted.
So I have a 2 in it, so that gives me 4 dice.
4 dice.
Uh,
Cool. And
and-
describe what you're doing to all these weird, strange alchemical materials and supplies, and the weird decanters. Like, what is it? Are you like smelling it? Are you like trying to figure out how it works? Like, what's
yeah,
it
I'm
like?
going. What's getting input over here? I'm assuming they have like bowls of something, and then on this side it's something else because it's gone through the process.
Yeah.
Doing a lot of wafting.
Yeah.
And smelling. And then possibly some get like a leaf and do some mixing myself on like a flattish rock somewhere. Maybe I make one of those fun volcano experiments if I can find the goods to do that. Those are great. What kind of ob is this looking like?
3. To really figure out what it is they're making, because some things were making sense to you and other things weren't.
Okay, I think there's one place that it is making sense where that 6 is sitting. So I'm gonna spend fate to try to work my way out from this one part that I understand and get. I need a 6 and then another success.
You should also be rolling 1 more die because of fresh.
Oh yeah, okay.
You went back to being fresh.
Yeah, you should definitely.
Must be good. I'm just standing here in a cold sweat the whole time.
So there we go. That's great.
Successes.
So now I can roll a fate. You spend a fate to roll even 1 more extra die, exploding style.
Oh,
so close.
So you fail.
I would argue that human craft wise, you have human art wise.
I have curious as a trait.
Yeah, but you had to do traits beforehand.
Yeah.
But I thought you had human craft wise. We have elven craft wise. So this is not art. It's definitely.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it's elven.
You made some yourself, right? And it sounded like you made some, and okay. And then you look at what the output is too, right?
Yeah, and I've got the final output, and we're all okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think this is what they've done to it. So let's see what we've got.
Yeah, it's definitely looks like a it's a form of what's the word for it? Like smelling salts, like for like revocation stuff. And you end up ingesting a little bit too much, and immediately as it hits your nostrils, this is not smelling salts.
Yeah, I'm like, you see, you just take a little sniff. Maybe you don't take quite so much. Said. Do I have any idea what it actually is after ingesting it, or is it just not having the effects I thought?
Oh, I mean, you don't know what the effects are yet,
Okay.
but you absolutely know what it is. You basically ingested the fictional version of meth.
Oh, great.
I think they call it. I don't know what the elves would call it, right? But so there's probably a word for it then. But this is yeah, yeah. So that's great.
We call it grunge.
Yes, it's grunge. So grunge. Yeah. Okay. That's good. I was wondering if you're gonna call it grunge or Molly. That's fine. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
No. You're not. I don't think you've ever taken it before, so you're not really sure how it's gonna react in your body.
No,
but you know what's gonna happen to you sooner or later.
Yeah. So I do inform these guys. A slight miscalculation somewhere between this bit and that bit, and I think I've just huffed a bunch of grunge, everyone.
Oh my!
I think we should just tip all this stuff over. It's very, very bad news.
This is valuable in the right circles.
Are Are we really going to be drug dealers too?
I was gonna say like
Yeah.
like we're just about to claim a bounty for an ogre murdering a bunch of people. And drug dealers? Like, what are we
Yeah.
all on about here? What road are we going?
No,
down?
I'm like I suggest
To get
that we
the
tip it all
ogre-
over, and I like look around to try to
Vanilla,
judge.
vanilla.
Is
Well, this is the old Milli Vanilli, isn't it? Oh, no.
yeah. Bryn is your appointed leader. Agrees with you, Cadence. And says,
well,
we don't
is
need
this like is this like a completely like irredeemable drug, or is this like the kind of drug that like some people would use for like religious experiences or things like that? Like that, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh yeah, no,
Is there a
this is
gray
that
zone?
kind. It's not that.
No.
No.
okay,
This isn't like pharmaceutical. This is forest meth.
sure, yeah.
Forest Millie. Yeah, Brennan's happy to knock it over, and in fact, if it is cooked anything like the conventional thing, like it could also be hazardous to us. Like,
Yeah.
I think if we wanted to be like really real scavengers about this, we could probably claim like the copper pots and the things that it was cooked in.
Yeah, definitely.
Try and
There-
get some,
I mean, like,
value out of that, but I don't know if it's
I'm imagining like most of this stuff seems pretty bulky for the amount of value we'll get out of it.
yeah.
Which is in general kind of my take on the camp. So yeah, I mean, I would almost say that we need to figure out where to head next. Like we've got Oog, who all of a sudden is very friendly with us, which like we can't entirely abuse, but like we're all friends and we're going along on adventures. So I mean, we can probably convince him to go beat someone up. It doesn't seem to take a lot. Like he loves violence.
Yeah.
Don't let Oog near the grunge.
Oog is currently playing his one of his games, which is licking blood off his arms and figuring out if it's his blood or our enemy's blood.
Someone else's blood.
He's playing his favorite game. Whose
That's a
blood
good
is it?
game.
Whose blood is it?
Mine. Damn it.
That's horse blood. That's definitely horse.
Is there food in this camp that they had?
Yeah,
Ooh.
for sure.
That'd be good.
Yeah, I want to try and I want to
Scavenge up some food. Here.
scavenge. Yeah, like they're. It seems like
Right.
getting. Yeah, I want to scavenge.
Non-viscera soaked loaves of bread might be a little bit of an issue.
Well,
But, it's possible.
He said he was like ripping open things with brain, and like if there's something he hasn't torn apart
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Let's just hope it's not meth.
yet, let's just hope it's not that.
They just eat it too. Like, oh, where's the latrine? Oh, that's just meth as well. Like every part of life here, all grunge.
Yeah, that's all we do. We just we didn't eat. We just took that. I mean,
Right. So
there's-
let's talk about factors for scavenging here. I mean, my gut says 2. I have to find the, but I'm pretty sure it's. Okay, so it's scavenger, right? Not survivalist.
I think it's
so
either scout
forest-
or scavenger because scout may apply because it's looking through an existing.
You're looking. How many portions of forage are you looking for? Here's the thing. You can
4.
get enough. So you could probably get. Let me ask your intention. Are you looking for preserve rations or fresh rations?
I don't care. Either one's fine.
Okay.
I'm looking for something because like I think we're gonna get hungry in a minute. I'm looking for something to just eat like right now before we like head out
Right.
to them.
Okay,
So
but you're looking for enough here for the group, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So I'm looking for a total of 4 rations.
Right. So that's gonna be an ob 3.
Okay. Cool. All right. I don't have scavenger, so I'm gonna ask everybody to give me a hand looking for stuff. Let's carefully top.
With what scout is okay or
You can help. Scavenger is it will or health based? It's health based.
survivalist
So-
scout.
You
I
just
wa-
help
yeah.
with health.
I want to
But-
remind you guys are in the 3 out of 4 on the grind. All right. So this next roll is going to hit the grind.
It's gonna hit the
After.
grind. Yeah.
The next thing as well. Wait, no, that's it.
Yeah.
So I'll help with health.
Cool.
Doing that, I'm in poor health right now, so I think I'm like walking around in a cold sweat and like picking things up and sniffing at them and.
All right. Bryn notices, I think maybe for the first time, like, you don't look well. We should rest and help you recover, but she kind of looks up. You might stick it out. Yikes. Okay.
Let's keep this party rolling.
Yeah. So Bryn's gonna ask
I'm good.
Cadence and Linus help her dig through things as well.
Yeah. I start shuffling stuff around.
Cool.
Ook starts coughing and hacks up a helmet.
Clunk.
Awesome.
Helmet.
Much better.
There you go. If you can wear that, you should put it on.
It's a metal
I'll put
helmet.
a helmet on.
Yeah.
It's a what?
Yeah, it's a pod helmet.
I'll put that on.
Just get the slime off that. You're already sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to put on the ogre vomit helmet?
Yeah. I
Which is
don't
also
believe
the
in
name
germ
of-
theory.
It's also the name of my ska band.
I don't jerky.
All right. Ogre vomit helmet. Okay, so I have a health of 5. I have 3 helping dice. Goes up to 8. And
You'll even smell theory.
and I'm going to use jaded.
Stuffed up.
I'm going to be like, nope, might look okay. That's got viscera on it. We're not taking stuff until we know it's healthy.
I mean, this is mostly horse viscera. I think it'd be fine eating that.
No viscera free. So that takes me up to 9, which is then halved to 5. Round up.
Oh, okay.
Beginners like rounds up, yeah. And then I'm fresh, and fresh goes after.
Mm-hmm.
So rolling total 6. I'm 3. 6.
Oh,
Nice.
he got it. Nice. Yeah. There must be underneath some of the spilled out grain, there's probably a small little container of, I think probably like dried fish.
Sweet. There we go.
Some sweet salted cod. Everyone's favorite.
Yeah.
Untouched.
Okay. Well, I'm already tired. I'm already hungry from all this tromping around.
Yeah.
So I say we eat it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And with that, yeah, the grind goes over. You guys eat those rations.
And
You eat
that
the
means
cod.
I'm no longer fresh after one grind, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah,
So
well,
you
you're no longer
actually-
fresh once you get a condition. It doesn't. You can avoid the grind by like camping every 3 turns if you're amazingly meticulous. But yeah.
Okay.
You weren't in that
but I
position.
did just get hungry though, so now I'm
Yep.
not fresh.
Yeah.
Yep, you were hungry and then you immediately resolved it, and so therefore you're no longer fresh. Okay, cool.
Cool.
And
Yeah. Feel great.
all right, I think you guys chomping down on some non-viscera covered fish, salted cod is going to be what we're going to call the session tonight, everybody.
Yeah.
Good work befriending Oog.
Yeah.
Man.
That was
Right.
huge, dude.
All right, cool. So let's review experience for Torchbearer. Everybody, so you get experience from your beliefs, instincts, and your goals this evening, as well as then group experience for most valuable player and all that stuff. So let's go around and let's figure out what we all did. So let's start with you, Basil.
All right. My belief is the words of true and worthy gods can be found in these caves. Yeah, I don't know if it really even came up in this one. Oh, I mean, I'm locked in a battle with my own gods. I guess there's that. If you want to count that.
I don't know. What do you guys
Yeah.
think?
I didn't feel it as a sort of a feature that came out in play. It was there was a mechanical results, of your theologian test failing, but I didn't. Yeah.
No, I'm good with that. My goal is find a practitioner of this strange faith. I've not accomplished that goal, unless Oog.
No.
But I did have the instinct when setting out on a journey, read the weather for the best time to travel. But did that get us anything? It has to get us something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
got us
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
travel.
Got us the check. Like,
All right.
Yeah.
Then we get that. So there you go. Yeah. So there I am. How about you, Sean?
My belief is sometimes the tradition of old yield true, but I won't let centuries of hate rule my actions. It didn't. Honestly, I felt like, if anything, Bryn was really conventional this time. Like she was like dealing with the Castilian or the Castellan, like pretty level, and I was ready to be like, screw you, dude. And I came in kind of gruff, but then he was really reasonable, and I was like, okay, sure, we'll work for you. Like I kind of thought I was going to be like sticking it to the man in this, but I didn't realize. I don't think I played that up much. I'll meet the Castellan, Yogi in the Red, and gain a commission from them. We totally did. I feel strong about that.
Definitely.
We got a bow, and we got a thing. And my instinct is when I spot poor craftsmanship, improve it. I thought about using that in this camp, but
You don't want to cook meth?
no,
You're
exactly.
like, they could be cooking twice as much meth with this equipment.
I totally thought about it. I
The
was like,
Walter White of Grun.
yeah. So that's me. How about you, Virgil?
Let's see here. I'm a true adventurer. Elves are made of sterner stuff. I think I played that when I suggested that we just try to kill Oog before he could get to us.
Well, also when we walked into Yogin's place, you were totally like full of swagger. You're like, yeah, we're the badass adventurers. I think I thought that's when you're playing it up a lot.
And that's fate. The goal was just return to the meeting place of the bugbears, which is, we did physically get there, right?
You did.
We didn't actually meet any bugbears, but that wasn't part of it. So that's a persona.
Yeah.
And my instinct was always be vigilant for thieves, which was a good one to have for the session, but didn't actually come into play because thieves were taken care of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was an interesting twist.
Look out for raining thieves.
That was fun. Yeah. Look out for thieves overhead.
Right. Sage, what about yours?
So my belief actually came into play in a really interesting way. My belief is I can find allies within the creatures of the cave. Some of the creatures here are like me. I gotta say, I think I get a fate point for playing the belief, even though I had to force it with magic. Like I kind of went out of my way to be like, no, we can make Oog our ally. And sure, I did.
He is allied with us. It's not like we're good friends. The thing is allied.
Yeah,
I know this isn't going to work, but my secret goal is maybe once this spell fades, Oog's like, oh.
You guys are all right.
No, it's not going to happen. But like somewhere in the back of Linus's head, he's like, well, maybe the magic's just exposing what was already there.
Yeah, maybe.
So I think I get a fate point for playing my belief.
Yeah.
Totally.
Definitely. Oh, totally.
Goal: everyone leaves town free and clear. So I went in, did a lot on phrasing this one, and I think by kind of the way that I phrased it, I think I probably got it, achieved it, because like we didn't come out entangled to the town. Like we came out with a couple of conditions,
right?
But like we didn't,
when we come back, everything's free is free and clear. Like there's no problems.
Like we don't have any outstanding issues in town that are like chasing us around, which I think was kind of my thing. No debts, no like cops after us or something. So I think I get the persona point there. And my instinct actually
Well, I mean, there are guards coming after you to keep an eye on you from the town. But that's not related to your financial situations.
Right. It wasn't
financial
like because
or like legal situation.
Yeah. You're not necessarily. Yeah.
I guess. My
I think I'd prefer to have those guys around, right?
Yeah, like my maybe I didn't phrase that as my goal was really to like not end up entangled with the town, and I think get out of town without being like the only things that we took out of that town were basically the things that we more or less wanted.
Yeah, that's a good way.
so
Yeah, you
That
you
was kind of
achieved.
what I was going for.
Yeah. It sounds like you did achieve the intention of your goal, right?
Yeah.
Totally.
And then Instinct didn't come up, which, I mean, it was coming up a lot in adventure phases before. So I'm going to have to think about if I want always volunteer. When somebody asks for help, always volunteer to still be my Instinct. So I'll have to consider that for next time. But that covers everything for now. What's up next for Eric?
MVP.
Oh my God, it's
there's not even a
That's
question.
1,000
MVP of the entire campaign.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that was the clutch roll.
I'll take that. I think clutch roll pretty much describes pouring everything I've got into that and barely making it. So yeah, I'll take it.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Workhorse, the person who helped the most.
I think that is probably either Basil or Bryn, but I'm not sure which.
Basil Basil threw up the coin in the very end that
Right.
supply die. And there were a couple, like usually Brandon's like, I can help on all these things, but there were a bunch of things where I did not have the skill to help with. I think
literally carried the part of the chest too.
Right.
I feel like also like most of the roles, you were.
I'll take it.
Yeah, I think you should take it, Basil.
That's Persona?
Persona.
Yes, that's Persona.
Nice.
And then the last one is embodiment. When you play up your character, their conditions, what makes them them.
I mean, this normally I would not be a fan at all of like double dipping in this, but I really think Linus.
Yeah,
Linus did awesome
MVP
too.
because the spell worked, but I think it's embodiment because he wanted the spell to work so bad. Like it really, to me that's distinct enough that I really feel like that.
He really showed how much Linus also wanted it to work and in what capacity. I felt really connected. So that was good. Good play.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is more than one person's eligible for this reward, by the way.
Okay.
So I feel like Cadence, there were, as usual, so many great moments of characterization of like little things about like that we keep on learning about Elven culture, and like the music to go along with names keeps on coming up, and it's not one big thing, it's all the little things that impress me every time.
Well, thank you so much for those kind words. It means a lot to me.
Cadence. Yeah. No, they're nice. They're it's a nice touch. And I was really I love the whole like your body is killing you and your struggle with the gods and all that jazz that Basil was dealing with. Like really he has a fascination with these gods, and yet the gods that he worships reject them, and we got to see more of that. So
I'll take it. Is it another Persona?
It's another Persona.
Yep.
And I'll throw a tip to our GM. I think that this performance as Oog tonight has earned him
especially entertaining.
Yes.
Yeah.
Embodying the wrathful ogre.
I really don't want Oog to have a Persona point, though. That would
be...
He's gonna double tap his nature and roll 1,000 dice to each face.
Yeah. Cool.
I can't believe you pulled that off. It is.
I know.
It was great. I was like, we are never going. It's gonna be run away from Oog time.
Oh, that's awesome.
I mean, as I was doing it, I was like, this is not going well. But hey.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do. Well, then that will conclude today's session. This was episode 8 of Torchbearer: The Keep on the Borderlands. I've been your host and game master, Eric. I'm EricVulgaris on the Twitters, the Twitches, and the YouTubes. I do a bunch of games these days. I think I'm in about 10 different campaigns now. And I mean, if you want to see more of my stuff, just come over tomorrow afternoon at or evening, 6 p.m. Pacific. I will be playing some fun dungeon crawl classics as we go back to doing the D&D 5th Edition's Tomb of Annihilation module, and using all of that stuff for jungle dungeon delving and snake people and beast people and treasure beyond counting. It's fun. Anyways, that's me, Epi.
I'm Epidiah on Twitter and at Dice Camp, Google Plus, and you can find my webpage if you want to learn what I'm doing with calculators at www.dig1000holes.com. It's the number 1000. You don't. You'll figure
Dig
it out.
1,000 holes.
Yeah, dig1000holes.com. And my Sword and Sorcery magazines at worldswithoutmaster.com. How about you, Sean?
I am Sean Nittner, just about everywhere. And I'm also doing some fun stuff. So tomorrow, what you should be doing is watching Eric play Dungeon Crawl Classics. But if you're like, man, I need more. When are you running? When are you doing that, Eric? What time is it? 6 p.m. Okay.
Yeah.
So if for any reason you didn't want to do that, never mind. You should do that. But on other days, you can come check my stuff out at Actual Play. We're playing some fun games over there. How about you, Virgil? What are you up to?
Other than the little burning wheel game, I've just been playing a lot of music. I downloaded some VSTs that emulate old amps and like pedal stomp pedals, distortion stuff. So I've just been shredding my electric guitar right over there on the bed. So I've got blisters on my fingers. And if you guys, I'll have some shreddings up soon. SoundCloud.com/Zircon5. If you guys want to hear some heavy rocking out. Sage, what have you got?
I've got a lot of stuff that's real life that's not, fun to talk about. Is like, what have I been up to? I occasionally tweet over on Old Fortran. That's also where you can find me on dice.camp. And you can just Google my name to find me on anywhere else. And I have my seldom updated, but like some good stuff there, blog, Silverfeneblin, which I'll put the link in because you'll never spell it. But I had to, write a script to look at top level domains that I could find a D&D monster that would be a substring of. So I put a lot of thought into that domain name, and it's never going away. Even if I'm not posting to it, there's good old stuff there from when I used to blog more. Yeah, over to you, Eric.
Yeah. Okay. That's it for us tonight. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's been super fun. This is going to be the last Keep on the Borderlands where I'm streaming inside this little closet. So looking forward to next time.
Nice.
It's gonna be fun.
Upgrading.
All right. Yeah. So take care, everybody, and we'll see you next time.
Yep.